Hello, I'd like to talk to you today about the Grobet version of my basic toolkit. This version is a little bit more expensive because it comes with the Grobet tuning file. And the advantage of this is that the file never needs sharpening, and you can use it on any brand of harmonica: stainless steel reeds, phosphor bronze, brass, anything and everything. I'm moving away from the plastic packaging, so it's going to come in some recyclable, compostable packaging, and I'm very excited about that. So both versions of the kit come with an assortment of screws. You can use these screws if you lose a screw from your Special 20, whether it's the old version with M2 screws or the new version with M1.6. Golden Melody, Marine Band Deluxe crossovers, Seidel, Suzuki, Lee Oscar. Whether you lose a cover plate screw, you can use a nut and a longer screw to hold the reed plate or the cover plate in place. So that's handy to have. It comes with the plinker. I work very hard to grind down the tip of my plinker. And just to let you know, basically I gap. I have a special reed that's gapped flush with the reed plate. And my test when I'm making these is to see whether I can lift it up. And the trick is to come at the reed at an angle, and you're able to dig into the slot. And that's very useful. Sometimes when you're working on reeds, they end up temporarily being pushed a little bit down into the slot, and you have to plink them up so they settle back up. This saves you a lot of time. It's sturdy. You can use it to apply counter pressure when you're shaping reeds. It's made of carbon steel. The brass reed tools, there are two in this kit. This kit can be used on even the most stubborn reeds, the stainless steel ones, phosphor bronze, the ones that are a little bit stiffer. Sometimes you need to focus a little bit more pressure. So I'm giving you the brass tool with the blunt end. Obviously there's the curved end, so you can go inside a harmonica and make adjustments. And you have the double-ended regular one for rework. Wonderful gapping tools. They're made out of brass and they feel really great in your hand. The blow reed support tool and reed wrench. So this reed wrench works on Hohner and Seidel reed plates. The Oscar users and Suzuki users need a little bit of a bigger reed wrench. I offer that separately, but for the most part, Suzuki reeds are welded, so a reed wrench doesn't help you out unless you're changing the reed. And Lee Oscar users tend to just throw away the plate and put in a new plate. So if you need a reed wrench, chances are this is the size that you need. Okay. On the other end of the reed wrench is the blow reed support tool, and that is made to support the blow reed as you affect changes to it, tuning changes. Now, when you get this out of the box, straight from the packaging, it's stick straight. You need to put a curve in it. And where I start is basically, I look at the length of the 4-hole slot. No matter what company you're using, no matter short slot, long slot, that's a good reference to start. So pick the harmonica you're going to be working on the most. Find the 4 slot and make a curve in this tool. Just go right ahead and bend it. It's made to be bent. Okay, it's made of spring steel. So make that bend about the size, about the length of the slot, of the 4-hole slot. The curve needs to be shaped that way so you can adjust and support the reed throughout the length. The curve needs to be a slightly different shape as it supports the low end versus the high end. And if you make the bend at around this mark, you're good to go pretty much. You can make some fine tuning, some fine adjustments as you go. So how does it work? Well, what we're going to do to tune the blow reed is put this in, and you see how now this curve gives you some tension? Well, you press down, and that tension is supporting this reed. That reed is on there tight, but most importantly, the reed shape is not being messed up. You can apply some counter pressure and tune, and you can take some brass off the tip of that reed at the very tip, and you've affected the tuning. You can even plink it as you draw out, and you haven't changed the shape of that reed. So that's how you increase the pitch. What if you want to lower the pitch? You could do the same thing. You come at it from the other angle. Same thing. We're using that curve, and you see what I'm doing with my finger here? I'm pressing downwards, and that's immobilizing that reed, allowing me to take the Grobet file and scrape and lower the pitch without taking the harp apart. Okay, now what I'm going to show you on the draw reed how to use this this file. So the best way to use the file so that it doesn't affect the shape of the reed is to apply downwards force as you move back and forth. Okay, so if I want to lower the pitch, I'm really pressing towards the paper. Okay, but I'm moving back and forth. I'm not very coordinated looking through the camera. I apologize. I'm a little bit sloppy. And likewise, if you want to raise the pitch, I'm going to elevate my wrists a little bit just because I need that angle. I'm used to working on harmonicas that are elevated a little bit. You come at it at an angle and you're supporting the reed. Very important to press down, and you have removed brass from the tip. That's how you remove brass from the tip of the reed. Very important thing about the file is if you use it carefully, it's very safe, and it won't mess up the shape of your reed. It never needs to be sharpened. You don't need batteries like you would for this sort of device. So it really is ideal for a toolkit that you're going to bring with you everywhere and have available with you everywhere. This is a world-class file, so the cost is a little bit higher, which is why this kit costs a little bit higher than the other version of the basic kit. The Grobet file, it's a French name, it's an Italian company. These files are built in the USA, so it's truly an international product. This is the warding shape file. It's sort of like a flat triangle, so you can really get in there and work on the inside of your harp without having to take the reed plates off. So that is the Grobet version of my basic toolkit. Thanks for watching.